Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Friday Night Flights. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be a difficult episode for me to get through. We'll get to the reason for that in just a minute. But first, let's go back to last episode of Friday Night Flights when we did no alcohol wines. Remember that and how great they were? Oh my God, they were horrible. Undrinkable. 3 out of 4 were just awful. So, staying in that vein, because that was so much fun, this week, we are doing no alcohol beers. Hopefully, there'll be a much better experiment. The bar is set low. Now, the reason that this episode is going to be a little bit tougher is because, if you notice, we're not in our usual surroundings. We are actually in Omaha, Nebraska, at the home of my son, and he is joining us today. Everybody, please say hi to Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
And we're doing it no alcohol beer. So we're going to start with a Colorado product right here, Coors Edge. This has been in production since I think I saw 2017, somewhere around that. No alcoholic brew, double brewed for a refreshing taste. We'll be the judge of that. Now, I will say that when we started doing this several minutes ago, several takes ago, because someone can't keep a straight face during a taping. It might be the hat. I don't know. This actually did have a little bit of head on it. Not much. It was pretty flat from the beginning. But let's give it a try. It's a Coors Lager. It's a malt beverage. Let's see what it tastes like. Not bad. I'm not a huge Coors fan. I honestly can't tell you if this tastes like Coors Banquet or not, because it's been a long time since I've had one. Your thoughts on it, Matt?
Tastes like if you tapped a keg at 10 o'clock and it's already 2 p.m. Lost a little bit of the excitement to it, but still it kind of tastes like beer.
It tastes like beer. Little bit of malt and hints of maybe banana in there. I know that sounds weird, but it's there if you look for it. So that's beer number 1. Next, we're moving on to, show us, Matt. Tell us what we got.
Athletic Brewing Company, Run Wild IPA. Athletic out of Milford, Connecticut.
And San Diego, California.
Recently, San Diego, California.
Now, when we first poured this, it did have a pretty good head on it. Considerably more than the Coors product did. This is an IPA versus a lager. Give her a taste. My thoughts? It's a little flat to me in taste. It's definitely got the hops in there. It's just kind of leaves you hanging, like it gets you to a point and you're expecting something more on a finish, and it just leaves you hanging there. Not much there. It's okay. Your thoughts?
I'd agree. It's definitely very hop forward. You know, everything you would typically expect out of an IPA. But when it's finishing off, you're waiting for that one final round out piece to it, and it's
just not there.
Not quite
it's
there.
not there.
It's not quite there.
So now we are actually going to pour this next one just because I'm expecting that it should have a good head on it. This is Guinness Zero, non-alcoholic draft Guinness. Let's see what we got. Actually, not as much head as I was expecting on it. But when it does form, it's good and creamy, thick. Now, I happen to be a big fan of Guinness. And with us being in the St. Patrick's Day season, we thought it'd be a great time to do this one. I have had this once before, a couple years ago. Thought it was good then. Let's see what we like now. I gotta say, that's not bad. That tastes pretty much just like a regular Guinness. with maybe not as bitter of a bite at the finish. Matt, take it away.
Deep malty.
Deep malty.
Deep malty flavors in there. Agreed, not as bitter on the back end as you typically get from a Guinness. Again, this can has been open for what seems like 4 hours since we started trying to tape this.
It's been about 15 minutes.
Still, it's still has a good head to it for sitting out for that long. Nice and malty.
Of the three, what would be your non-alcoholic beer of choice?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with not the course.
Okay.
That's what I would expect. Comparing it to
See, for me, I would be ruling out the athletic. Was it Run Deep?
Run Wild.
Run Wild. Run Deep, Run Wild. I would actually say that's my number 3 choice. Then the Coors product. What's your second?
My second is my go-to, the Run Wild IPA. I love that. Athletic is a specialty non-alcoholic brewery in general. They don't just have 1 or 2 NA beers alongside a regular.
Okay, so everything they brew?
Everything they brew is
NA?
Is NA.
I did not know that.
This is just one taste of, I think, about 10 to 12 different beers that you can find on any typical liquor store shelf.
They are one of the big breweries you can find in all the Colorado liquor stores.
That all being said, still number 2 compared to the Guinness Zero.
That Guinness is actually really good. Have you had this before?
I have.
I think it's a really good one. Again, being St. Patrick's Day season and being Lent, it's a great time for non-alcoholic beer, especially Guinness, especially if you get to wear a goofy hat while you're doing it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Until next time. Thanks for joining us.